Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. As you know, I've taken time out to rethink, relive, replay, rewatch, understand what's really happened when we lost the Europa League final to Villarreal yesterday night. If you're watching our video, don't forget to smash a like, drop your comments, what you thought about the game. Who are you holding responsibility for this poor performance? Um, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe by hitting the logo at the bottom right of the screen. Um, from all indications, there are three things I think caused this defeat. United, everyone, we all knew Maguire was not going to play. So those stupid mind games that Ole was playing, that's all a load of nonsense. He spent more time playing those stupid mind games than actually thinking about the most important thing that you should be working on was the set pieces, which has been our problem all season. Lindelof won. I said on previous videos, he's the weakest link. Yet, he always has a start. That guy has a mistake in him. Even Rio Ferdinand said he makes him nervous. He goes ball watching again. Then he's now trying to hold the guy's shirt. I mean, the guy, it's just that slow reaction. It's just poor. So the first three things that caused that was the lack of awareness from Lindelof, the set pieces. So you ask yourself, what the fuck do these guys actually practice? What do they actually work on? Because if you're having the same mistake, keep conceding goals the same way, and you're not addressing it, so what are you addressing? So I do wonder, like, what are you trying to change when you're having the same problem? You see what I mean? And so I don't get that. I don't get it. So with that set piece, you see, every time there's a set piece against United, every United fan's mouth is in there. Every United fan, the heart's in their mouth, like, because of who we have at the back. So the first reason United lost was the lack of awareness, set pieces which United have failed to find a solution to. Second one was the substitution. How a manager in a cup final will keep the same team on for 90 minutes when you have been allowed the ability to change 5 subs. Excuse me. This is really heart-wrenching. It's gutting. It really is. It's just like someone just slices your throat. Because after that game, you just felt dumbfounded. You see what I mean? You just felt numb. I posted a video yesterday, check it out, of United fans' reactions through the 11 penalties. And they have never walked out of a bar that quick. I mean, they emptied out as soon as the Europa League was won by Villarreal. It is sad. It is sad. But that aside, the first thing that United caused it was the set piece, Lindelof. Now, second thing was the substitutions. 90 minutes, not a single sub, while Emery was changing and constantly filling in. Anyone he saw was weak, he kept changing around. And Ole ran these players into the ground at 90 minutes. No Van de Beek, no Diallo, no Daniel James. He takes off Mason in extra time and leaves on Radford. Radford had a stinker. I mean, it stank. I mean, I don't care. If a player's not playing well, you take him off. This a final. But Ole is so weak, he's scared to take Rashford off. And it's sad, it really is sad. The guy was having a nightmare out there. Missing a sitter. And it's sad. Ole, who I don't get with Ole, you played in the Europa League Cup final. I mean the Champions League Cup final. They brought you and Teddy on in 20 with 20 minutes to go. 20 and 15 minutes to go. Because those fresh legs changed the game. But you now as a manager, you can't even find a player to change the game. You are relying on individual brilliance. And I don't get that. 90 minutes, no change. Then when you make the change in extra time, you're playing for penalties. So that substitution, the lack of substitution, was the second reason we lost that game. You could see Emery was changing and changing and changing, utilizing all 5 players. The first thing I could say, it was just Ole was scared. He was scared to lose the game in extra time. So he thought, you know what, let's just go into penalties. And it was just weak. Because in the first 90 minutes, United had Villarreal on the ropes. Villarreal were literally hanging on in the ropes. Especially the second half. United finished them up, possessed the ball, bossed the midfield, but just could not find that killer goal. Rashford missing chances. Cavani, but it's not about the missing of the chances. It's just Villarreal were well drilled. They were well drilled. You can see the way they're able to pass the ball out of the back with confidence. It was so, I've not been on social media literally all day. It just was just frustrating, bro. It was painful. It was hurt. It just hurts. You know when it just hurts? And that's how I felt. It was just painful. After a long season. Yes, it's the Europa League. I really wanted us to win the Europa League. 4 failed semi-finals. We get through the semi-final to the final on the 5th attempt, and we go to the final and bottle it because of Ole's weakness, Ole's stubbornness, and Ole's lack of judgment of the ball and his game. You really have to take. Ole really has to be responsible for this. The defending from Lindelof, the lack of substitutions, and the fear, the lack of command to let's get all out. What is wrong with throwing in Diallo? He might do some major runs and be brought down and get a penalty. You don't know. See what I mean? Because he's so scared of losing, he'd rather take penalty shooter. I'm not going to blame David De Gea. Earlier I said, it was a poor penalty. Yes, the penalty he took was poor, but he's not a striker. He hasn't saved the penalty since 2016. He's not a penalty stopper. We saw what he did in 2018 FA Cup against Eden Hazard when Chelsea played Man United. Went the wrong way. Just penalties is not De Gea's cup of tea. See what I mean? It's just not his cup of tea at all. Don't forget to subscribe and join us in trying to get to our 4,000k challenge. So by subscribing, sharing, and liking our videos, you're helping us closer to the 4k target. Thank you very much. It's the logo at the bottom right of your screen. Anyway, I'm still so numb. I'm just gonna give a shout out to my son who graduated today, going to middle school now. So that took my mind off things. You see what I mean? It really took my mind off things for today, because other than that, it was just mind wrenching. Just felt sick. Just when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's where I was today. And I had the little banter from Arsenal fans. I mean, an Arsenal fan giving me banter. They didn't even bloody qualify for Europa League. So when an Arsenal fan talks nonsense, I just tell them, you know what? I don't have the strength to argue with you, because you're not even in our category. You're not even there. So you, Arsenal fan who was teasing me and following me, trying to get my vote, just take your attitude and shove it up your ass. See what I mean? I don't care what you think as an Arsenal fan. I don't give a shit. You're not even in Europe. So go sort that shit out before you come running your mouth about Man United. Stupid ass. It just felt. This was an opportunity to win 2 trophies. Win this and try and win the Europa Super Cup, which is the winner of the Europa League will play the Champions League winner. And putting that winning culture or winning trophies collectively is what you know. I heard Paul Scholes yesterday. He said the Marcus Rashford interview, the social interview, he said it's not good enough. He said you still finish 14 points behind City. You run up to a team who's never won a European League, who finished 7th, and who have only 50,000 people in the city. It's a small town. They've never won a European trophy. They came 7th, and you can't beat them. And you count 14 points. He was like, that's just not good. That excuse is not good enough. That United need to be doing better. You know, Marcus Rashford ran his mouth, but he was absolutely dreadful yesterday. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, losing the ball, trying to dribble. It was like, bro, if you're going to cross, could you at least look up and cross the ball? What the fuck? Oh, God. It was just, it just hurts. You know when it just hurts? It just hurts. It will take a lot of time for a lot of United fans to get over this. It's not so much as in, it's the manner in which we lost. It looked like the severe. I would have taken losing in normal time than losing on penalties. 11 penalties, bro. 11 penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. United scored all 10 penalties. You know? That's a lot. And still, you get beaten. So I will say this, and I'll say this again. It wasn't the guy's fault. It's Ole who did not put enough emphasis on winning that game in 90 minutes, because he could have made a change, take on Bradford, even throwing Diallo, throwing Daniel James, and keep pushing those defenders. Because those defenders, you could see they were on the rope. They were committing fouls like it was going out of fashion. But this is not what Ole sees. He sees, you know, oh, one of these guys will find an individual brilliance for me. And that's not the way, mate. That is not the way. Well, I'll see you guys in our next video. I'm just drained, tired, mentally fed up of watching this bullshit. It was another horror show, but it is what it is. I'm Tim Russell, host, Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. Football's going to start, Euros, then we have the Olympics, then we have the South American Europe Championships. You know, it is what it is. I'm out of here. Still pissed off, still gutted, still annoyed, still frustrated, but this is where we are as a club. United needs to invest heavily in the summer, because this is not going to work next season, mate. This will not work at all. At all. I'll see you guys very soon. Take it easy.